Hello everyone, I'm Jinyu. Welcome to Jinyu Talks about the spleen and stomach. Nowadays, I often say that we live in an environment that is becoming increasingly turbid and toxic. Many people are busy with work and study. In addition, the pressure of work and study is also very great. And the rhythm of life is disrupted, meals are not on time, busy with work, and the fast pace of life only makes us realize when we're hungry that we need to eat something. There is no feeling of hunger in the stomach, and there is a loss of appetite, which makes us forget to eat and drink water. This is our way of life. Moreover, over time, many friends have developed stomach problems. For example, stomach pain, bloating, and acid reflux. These uncomfortable symptoms make many people feel very confused. Discomfort in the stomach may not only refer to diseases of the stomach, such as esophageal, gastric, and duodenal diseases. The symptoms of these diseases are manifested in various discomforts in our abdomen. Let's think about it. Our abdomen is just such an area. In this area, there are actually many organs. For example, our pancreas and liver are also nearby. So, when we feel uncomfortable in the stomach, it may also be diseases of other organs. How can we reduce these discomforts? Let me tell you, first of all, we must take good care of our stomach. Many fans often ask me, Teacher Lee, how can I take good care of my stomach? Today, I will talk to everyone about the living habits that we often ignore. The first thing I want to tell you is about smoking and drinking. If we drink alcohol with an alcohol content higher than 20 degrees and you drink a lot, each time more than 100 milliliters, I will tell you that this will be sentimental. If it is low-degree alcohol, it will also damage our gastric mucosa. If you drink often and continue to drink repeatedly, stimulate repeatedly, do you know it will not only lead to gastric mucosal congestion and erosion, but also cause gastric ulcers? Next, let's talk about the problem of smoking. If you smoke for a long time, it is the same. It will not only directly damage our gastric mucosa but also cause some damage to the microvessels of the stomach and ultimately make our gastric mucosa long-term in a state of hypoxia, causing gastric ulcers. For example, there will also be chronic gastritis, and there will also be gastroesophageal reflux. So we should not underestimate the harm of smoking and drinking, even if it is a low-degree alcohol of 20 degrees, or as the saying goes, good wine is good, but don't be greedy for cups. I remember before we had a fan in Jiangsu, Mr. Sun, who can be said to be a regular in the wine field. Because of doing business, it is inevitable to have work-related entertainment and communication, and you have to drink a little wine. Then I told him, every time before drinking you must use 2 packs of super probiotics. At that time he was thinking and curious, why drink super probiotics? Is it to play a role in sobering up? Haha, I will tell everyone, you can understand it this way. But later, before the guest, that is, before drinking, he ate a little bit of our probiotics, which became a secret to protect himself, liver and intestines. He often made a cup before meals, and sometimes he just ate it dry. Speaking of the super probiotic, it can help him get out of trouble in the wine field. Speaking of this, I just want to say a few more words about how super probiotics can protect our liver and gastric mucosa. What is in the super probiotics? There is a kind of lactobacillus, which can effectively alleviate the damage of alcohol to the liver and also reduce the damage of alcohol to the colon. Because Lactobacillus plantarum can block ethanol, which is our alcohol, or can significantly reduce alcohol-induced intestinal inflammation. Now everyone understands, right? So simply put, it plays a protective role for our liver. If many fans like to drink and can't quit or often drink, I suggest that you can drink a little bit of what that is, probiotics. If there are no probiotics, then you'd better drink a little bit of yogurt to protect our gastric mucosa and liver. In fact, this makes a lot of sense because the stomach needs our careful care. We say that yogurt also contains lactobacillus and bifidobacteria, but some people have tried it and it works, but it's not very obvious. That's because the content of lactobacillus, that is, the lactobacillus and bifidobacteria contained in yogurt, is too little. So many people say it works a little, but it's not very obvious. However, super probiotics, if you take a bite, it is equivalent to a one-time supplement of 81 billion active probiotics for the body, which can very well protect our gastric mucosa. Moreover, Lactobacillus and bifidobacteria can promote the aldehyde dehydrations in our body to enhance the breakdown of alcohol, which is equivalent to helping us sober up. Next, I want to talk about the importance of chewing our food slowly and carefully when we eat. I suggest that we chew our food in the mouth for more than 20 or 30 times before swallowing. Many fans might say, Teacher Lee, where do I have so much time to chew so much? Don't forget, the body is your own, and it requires this good habit, because in this way, we can try to chew the food more finely and thoroughly, and when you swallow, it is not easy to eat too fast. Many people say they finish eating in 3 minutes. Are you just completing a task? Moreover, eating too fast can easily swallow more air. Too many of us have bloating. And will it increase the burden on our stomach? So chew slowly and carefully. There is another point. When we eat, we should eat warm food and not eat those hot foods. Hot food is easy to scald the inner wall of the mouth, and the esophageal mucosa is prone to damage. It has laid a great hidden danger for oral diseases and esophageal diseases. In addition, when we eat, we should try to pay attention to something. What should we pay attention to? I will tell you. Reduce the opportunities to eat outside when eating collectively. I suggest that everyone should use public chopsticks. We say the South does this habit very well, and the North may be slightly worse. Why? Because it prevents the cross-infection of Helicobacter pylori. There are many types of Helicobacter pylori, and there are many opportunities for transmission. For example, if you do not share meals or if the couple is too intimate, it is also easy to appear. What kind of infection? Helicobacter pylori is a pathogenic bacterium. For example, many stomach diseases are related to it. Many friends have a stomach disease that is difficult to cure, which is due to Helicobacter pylori. The main transmission of Helicobacter pylori, I will tell you, is fecal-oral transmission. Now that we all know it is a kind of transmission or cross-infection, should we not pay attention to the details of life, which can keep us away from gastrointestinal diseases? Right? If you reduce transmission, you will not have diseases. So many fans will ask me, saying that my stomach is always uncomfortable. I generally suggest that everyone first check for carbon 13 and carbon 14 to see if Helicobacter pylori exists. Once infected with Helicobacter pylori, everyone should not worry too much, but we must pay attention to it. At present, hospitals use triple or quadruple therapy, and the transfer rate of anti-Helicobacter pylori is still relatively high. But if you are higher, I'd also recommend that everyone use it. Everyone must know that this is a combination of multiple antibiotics to fight against Helicobacter pylori. In fact, many people know that the side effects of using antibiotics in combination are definitely very large. Some people can't stick to it, some people feel unadaptable. So what should we do? I suggest that the time should not be too long. It is best to eat for a week, or the doctor will not let you eat for too long, at most 2 weeks. If the body is really very weak, then I also suggest that after killing Helicobacter pylori, or if the physique is too weak and the Helicobacter pylori is not too high, then I'd also recommend that everyone use an antibacterial method, which is to use probiotics to occupy the place to resist the idea of Helicobacter pylori. I suggest that everyone can supplement a large amount of probiotics to occupy the living floor of Helicobacter pylori, so that it cannot settle in the intestines and become a vagrant and finally be expelled from our intestines. In particular for Helicobacter pylori, I suggest that everyone should use it for a long time, at least for about half a year. What is this bacterium? I will tell you, it is called Probiotics. Many fans insist on a few months later and then go to the test. Indeed, many people have turned negative, or the positive indicators will also be reduced a lot. In fact, in our life, I often suggest that if there is a person in the family who has Helicobacter pylori, then you must supplement Beancon for the family. What to do during the supplement? It can prevent the spread of Helicobacter pylori. For example, between husband and wife. If the husband has a wife, he should often eat and use probiotics to resist Helicobacter pylori. To reduce its spread, including children at home, we say that probiotics, what are they? It is the bacteria that treat the bacteria to restrain the system, to restrain it from making waves. So, our gastrointestinal coordination, in this way, it can play a very good role. So, when it comes to Helicobacter pylori, it is indeed not good, and everyone says they particularly hate it. Because we have taken probiotics orally, our intestines help activate probiotics and nitrohydrases to solve harmful bacteria, including our Helicobacter pylori. In the past, many fans thought that by supplementing probiotics in the intestines, it could help us solve constipation and diarrhea and reduce the risk of intestinal polyps and enteritis. If we only recognize probiotics in this way, I suggest that we should learn more. You may have underestimated probiotics. Our supplementation of probiotics can be said to be comprehensively aimed at our gastrointestinal problems, and slowly, it can regulate our gastrointestinal function, achieving a balance of our intestinal flora, and probiotics can increase the immunity of the intestines and can continue to improve the processes and absorption of the human body and can effectively form a biological protective film on our intestinal wall, blocking the erosion of harmful bacteria to our intestinal mucosa. So, after more beneficial bacteria enter, Our body's immunity is high. For example, many people are prone to allergies and nutritional problems, which can be greatly improved. Why can it be effectively improved? I will tell you that it is all due to the credit of probiotics. Probiotics can be transformed into various substances that help our body digest enzymes. So, immunity is high and absorption is good. I think that the existence of enzymes in the intestines is the secret that 7% of our immunity comes from the intestines. Well, I have shared the knowledge of probiotics with you, but I want to remind everyone that although probiotics are very good and they also have some effects on detoxifying alcohol, I do not advocate everyone to drink more. The less the better. If you can drink, then drink less and try not to harm your body. But if you really can't avoid socializing and drinking every day, then we must learn to protect ourselves with the spirit of self-growth. So, the superoxygen compound bacteria can silently protect our liver and gastric mucosa. But remember, no matter how good the wine is, don't be greedy for cups. Today's topic is here to talk with you all. Thank you for watching. I hope you subscribe to my channel. And see you next time.